Hello, I'm Luke Chafer, and today I'm joined by Sam Malice, who is running for the SRC's Vice President position for student activities. So my first question to you, Sam, is a lot of the candidates are running on broadly similar platforms. So why should students vote for you?
I think students should vote for me because of the I'd say the wide breadth of experience that I've gained over the years at uni. For example, I've been part of a number of societies. I've been president of the Geography Society for the last 2 years, kind of reviving it from a dormant state. I've also been on other societies which have kind of had to build their audience. For example, the Electronic Music Society and the Salsa Club. Also, I'd say in terms of like a cross-campus mindset, I've been a freshers helper for the GUU and also a freshers helper for the SRC. So I've kind of been able to get a sense of what it's like to see, how the student bodies run and kind of like the ins and outs and things like that. And also I've been on a SRC council for the last 2 years as well as school rep for geographical and earth sciences. I've also been this year on the student experience committee, which the VPSA sits on themselves as well. So it's been nice to kind of get a sense of what, say, staff and senior management see the things that are going on in terms of discourse in the committee and kind of get a head start, I'd say, if I were to get the position on what's going on then and what things are being discussed.
Nice. So you talk a lot about your breadth of experience. I'd like to ask, what would you say your greatest experience would be, and the greatest success would be in one of those roles throughout your time at university?
I think my greatest experience, like accomplishment, would have to be something to do with Geography Society. I feel like Geography Society, when I essentially picked it up at the start of third year, I felt like there was a lot of potential, and of course it's hard. You have to get your committee, you have to kind of start networking, getting events, getting the word out. And I think just getting that to a state where there's people coming to events and there's like a large number, we're doing collabs with other universities. Like right now we've got a collab with 13 other universities across the whole week. It's mental, and I just feel like that's something I've just like loved. Yeah.
Good to hear. So I'm going to move and talk about your manifesto. So you talk a lot about cross-campus collaborations, and that appears to be a bit of a buzzword in for this position manifestos. How are you going to achieve that goal, and what's the plan if you win the position?
I think in terms of cross-campus, a way to kind of get, some sort of cohesion is like to kind of generate discourse between the committees or the sabbatical officers and the council and things like that. I think as we've seen last year, we saw the cross-campus dinner, events like that where, just like an informal setting, you dress up, you have some food, have some drinks, like kind of just like meet other like people on other councils and stuff like that. And then from then, you can start to like build events and build strategies and kind of have a say, like a bigger say, or like have a more collective say on things that happen on the university. And yeah.
Okay. So whilst we're talking about cross-campus collaboration, I want to pick up on a recent development on university news. University published its racism report, and it specifically mentioned instances in the social settings of unions. How do you think cross collaboration between unions can help create safe spaces for student activities?
I think when it comes to safe spaces, I think it's one where you have, I think, well, in my opinion, I think it all starts from education. I think just kind of getting the word that say like certain things aren't like, how would I say the word, like certain attitudes, certain things that we see like going on in like say the student unions, certain things that aren't like acceptable, things like that. I did kind of find it quite shocking how many people have experienced racist abuse in these sort of settings, and I feel like I think when it comes to that, there needs to be some sort of like a blanket like, sort of ideas or like strategies that the student bodies need to take upon to kind of start to, I don't know, like create a better environment or things like that. Yeah.
Final section, I just want to talk about your plans for Freshers Week. I noticed that you had the inclusion of online events in your manifesto. Is that part of a long-term strategy you see, or is that sort of a plan based on potential restrictions?
I do think it should be taken on long-term. I think being a Freshers Hub this year, especially for the SRC, it was good to kind of see how we've integrated online and in-person events. Of course, quite a few of them were online. And I do feel like online events, especially in terms of non-traditional students, say your students with young children, or even like international students, things like that. Of course, maybe with restrictions, we don't really know what's going to happen in September. So it'd be good to have events online where, say, someone who can't come on campus, they still have the opportunity to meet new people, to socialize. I did find doing Find a Mate while you isolate. It might not be during isolation in September, but I found that was quite a good event that could be expanded on, could be, brought out to many more people. And if I do get it wrong, I'd love to take part in it because I met some very, very cool people on the sessions I did.
Nice. So one final question. What does your dream Freshers look like?
My dream Freshers right now, just everything open. Like, I guess, like I'd love to just see like all the clubs open, just people just having fun. I just feel like Freshers Week is that week where you meet like so many people and like you just have such a great experience. And I would just love it for Freshers Week 2021 just to be just like that, just like how you all imagined it before.
Perfect. Thank you very much for joining us today.
Thank you.